Welcome back to Think and Speak podcast. Today we're talking about something everyone does, shopping. But Daniel, many English learners feel nervous when they need to speak in stores.
That's absolutely true, Emma. Shopping conversations happen fast. Sales assistants ask questions, customers respond quickly, and if you're not prepared, it can feel stressful.
Exactly. Whether you're shopping for clothes, groceries, electronics, or ordering online, you need practical, real-life English expressions.
In today's lesson, we'll teach you modern shopping vocabulary, polite request forms, common questions, and natural responses that native speakers use every day.
So if you want to stop feeling shy in stores and start speaking confidently and naturally, this episode is for you. Make sure you stay until the end because each section will build your fluency step by step. And don't forget to like this video and comment below. Do you prefer shopping online or in-store? Daniel, let's start with basic in-store shopping conversations. When someone walks into a clothing store, the salesperson often asks, "Can I help you?" Or, "Are you looking for anything in particular?" Many learners don't know how to respond naturally. Some say only no or yes. How can learners answer politely and confidently? Could you explain useful sentence structures such as, "I'm looking for," "I'm just browsing," or "I need something for"? Also, how do we use the present continuous to describe what we are currently shopping for? Please provide grammar explanations and realistic store dialogue examples so listeners can practice and sound natural.
Excellent starting point, Emma. When shopping in-store, conversations are usually short but very natural and polite. Let's begin with a common question. Can I help you? Are you looking for anything in particular? To respond confidently, use the present continuous. Structure. Subject plus am slash is slash are plus verb ing. I'm looking for a jacket. I'm searching for running shoes. I'm trying to find a gift. We use present continuous because it describes a temporary action happening now. If you are not ready to buy, say, "I'm just browsing. Just looking, thanks." The word just softens the response. Now let's expand answers. Basic, I need shoes. Better, I'm looking for comfortable shoes for work. Notice the preposition. Looking for, searching for. To describe purpose, use. I need something for a wedding. I'm shopping for a birthday gift. Now a mini dialogue. Salesperson, can I help you? Customer, yes, I'm looking for a formal shirt. Salesperson, what size are you? Customer, I usually wear a medium. Notice the use of adverbs of frequency. I usually wear. If unsure. I'm not sure about the size. Do you have this in a larger size? To ask about availability. Do you have this in blue? Is this available in another color? These questions use present simple because they ask about facts. To sound natural, combine politeness. Yes, I'm looking for a jacket. I need something warm but lightweight. That sounds fluent and confident. Excellent topic, Emma. Talking about money requires clarity and politeness. First, asking about price. How much is this? How much does this cost? Structure for does question. How much plus does plus subject plus base verb. How much does this cost? To compare items, we use comparative adjectives. 4 short adjectives. Cheap, cheaper. Small, smaller. Structure. Adjective plus plus than. This one is cheaper than that one. 4 longer adjectives. Comfortable, more comfortable. Affordable, more affordable. Structure. More plus adjective plus than. This jacket is more affordable than the other one. To express opinion politely. It's a bit expensive. It's slightly overpriced. Words like a bit and slightly soften criticism. Now hesitation phrases. I'll think about it. I need some time to decide. I'm not sure yet. I'll come back later. Notice, will expresses a spontaneous future decision. Mini dialogue. Customer, how much is this coat? Salesperson, it's $120. Customer, that's a bit expensive. Do you have anything cheaper? Salesperson, this one is $90. Customer, it's more affordable, but I'm not sure about the color. I'll think about it. To express preference. I prefer the black one. I like this one better. Structure. Prefer plus noun. Like plus noun plus better. To negotiate, informally. Is there any discount? Is this on sale? These are direct but acceptable. To summarize. Ask price clearly. Use comparatives. Soften opinions. Express hesitation politely. This makes your shopping English confident and natural.
Daniel, now let's talk about online shopping. Many learners find it tricky to read product descriptions, ask questions about size, color, shipping, or payment, and avoid misunderstandings. For example, someone might want to ask, "Do you have this in medium?" Or, "How long will delivery take?" How can learners use polite and clear language for online shopping? Could you explain how to use present simple for facts, modal verbs for polite requests, and question structures for clarification? Please give grammar explanations, common phrases, and realistic online shopping dialogue examples that listeners can immediately use.
Great question, Emma. Online shopping is very practical, and clear language is essential. Let's start with product inquiries. To ask politely about availability, use modal verbs. Could you tell me if this is available in medium? Can you let me know if this comes in red? Would it be possible to get it in a larger size? Structure. Modal plus subject plus base verb plus extra information. Modal verbs like could, can, would soften the request, making it polite. For general information, use present simple because you ask about facts. How long does shipping take? What payment methods do you accept? Does this product come with a warranty? Notice word order in questions. Auxiliary plus subject plus main verb. For example, how long does delivery take? Does this include batteries? To express interest or decision politely. I'd like to order this item. I'm interested in buying the black version. I'd like is short for I would like, which is formal and polite. Mini dialogue example. Customer, hello, could you tell me if this jacket comes in medium? Seller, yes, it's available in medium and large. Customer, great. How long does delivery take? Seller, it usually takes 5 to 7 business days. Customer, perfect. I'd like to place an order, please. To clarify size or color, use this / that plus noun. I'd like this one in blue. Can you send me that size? For payment questions. What payment options do you offer? Do you accept credit cards? Using present simple ensures clarity. They deliver worldwide. This item comes with a 12-month warranty. Tips for natural conversation. Be concise and polite. Use modals for requests. Use present simple for facts. Include size, color, or quantity for clarity. When learners practice these structures, online shopping becomes stress-free and confident.
Daniel, for our final shopping topic, let's talk about returns, exchanges, and complaints. Many learners feel nervous asking to return a product or request a refund because they worry about sounding rude. How can learners use polite expressions, conditional sentences, and modal verbs to handle these situations naturally? For example, phrases like "I'd like to return this." "If possible, could I get a refund?" Or "Could you help me with an exchange?" How can they explain problems with products clearly using past simple? And what grammar and vocabulary help make complaints polite but firm? Please give grammar explanations and realistic dialogue examples.
Excellent, Emma. Returns and complaints are common situations, and politeness is crucial. Let's break it down. To start, use polite modal verbs. I'd like to return this item. Could I get a refund, please? Would it be possible to exchange this for another size? Structure. Modal plus subject plus base verb plus object. Using would / could makes the request polite and professional. For conditional requests. If possible, could you help me with an exchange? If there's another size available, I'd like to swap this. Structure. If plus present simple, main clause with modal. This is a first conditional expressing real possibilities. Now, explaining a problem requires past simple for completed actions. The item arrived damaged. The package was missing a piece. I ordered a medium shirt, but I received a large. Notice, subject plus past verb. Adjectives like broken, defective, wrong, missing describe the issue clearly. Mini dialogue example. Customer, hello, I'd like to return this jacket. It arrived damaged. Salesperson, I'm sorry to hear that. Could I see the item? Customer, yes. If possible, I'd like an exchange for the same model in a different size. Salesperson, of course, we can do that. I'll arrange the shipment. To emphasize politeness. I'm afraid this item is defective. I'm sorry, but this isn't what I ordered. Use I'm afraid and I'm sorry to soften criticism. To request urgency. Could you process the refund quickly? I'd appreciate it if the exchange could be done this week. Sequencing words can also help explain the problem. First, I received the package. Then I noticed the damage. Finally, I contacted support. This organizes information and makes communication clear. Tips for learners. Use modals and conditionals for polite requests. Use past simple to describe problems. Add adjectives to explain the issue clearly. Soften criticism with I'm afraid or I'm sorry. Keep sentences concise to avoid misunderstanding. Mastering these strategies ensures learners can handle shopping situations confidently and professionally.
Daniel, let's talk about bargaining and negotiating prices, especially in markets or small shops where prices aren't fixed. Many learners feel shy asking for discounts or don't know how to use polite phrases. How can learners ask for a lower price without sounding rude? Could you explain grammar structures, modal verbs like could or would, and useful phrases such as, is this the best price? Or could you give me a discount? Also, how can they respond naturally if the seller says yes or no? Please include realistic dialogues and grammar tips for polite negotiation.
That's a very practical question, Emma. Bargaining can feel intimidating, but polite language makes it easier. To ask for a discount, use modal verbs like could or would. Examples. Could you give me a discount on this? Would it be possible to lower the price? Is this the best price you can offer? Notice, modal plus subject plus base verb. This structure keeps the request polite. If the seller says yes, thank you, I really appreciate it. If the seller says no, that's okay, thank you anyway. Maybe next time. These responses keep the conversation friendly. For polite persuasion, use conditional sentences. If I buy two, could you give me a better price? If I pay in cash, would you reduce the price? Mini dialogue. Customer, hello, could you give me a discount on this bag? Seller, I'm afraid not, it's already on sale. Customer, okay, thank you. If I buy two, could you give me a better price? Seller, yes, I can do that. Customer, perfect, thank you. Notice polite phrases, I'm afraid, thank you anyway, could you? When comparing prices, use comparatives. This one is cheaper than that one. That's more affordable than the other bag. Adding adjectives makes negotiation sound natural. It's a very nice bag, but it's a bit expensive. Tips. Start politely with modals. Use conditional sentences for offers. Always respond politely, yes or no. Use comparatives to show awareness of value. By practicing these phrases, learners can negotiate confidently without sounding rude.
Daniel, for our final question, let's talk about describing shopping experiences and sharing opinions. Many learners can buy things but struggle to talk about their experiences afterward. How can learners describe what they bought, what they liked or didn't like, using phrases like, I found this, I really enjoyed, or it was a bit? Could you explain grammar structures like past simple for completed shopping actions and adjectives with intensifiers like really, absolutely, or slightly to express feelings? Please provide realistic dialogues and examples so listeners can confidently share shopping stories in English.
Excellent closing question, Emma. Talking about shopping experiences helps learners speak naturally about their daily lives. To describe completed actions, we use the past simple. Structure. Subject plus past verb plus object. Examples. I bought a new jacket yesterday. I tried on several shoes before choosing one. We visited a big market last weekend. To express opinions, combine past simple with adjectives. I found this bag very stylish. The dress was comfortable but slightly expensive. I really enjoyed shopping at the mall. Intensifiers make your opinion stronger. Really, absolutely, slightly, very, extremely. Examples. It was absolutely beautiful. The shoes were really comfortable. The store was slightly crowded. Mini dialogue. Friend A, did you enjoy shopping today? Friend B, yes. I bought a new coat. I really liked the color, but it was a bit pricey. Friend A, where did you get it? Friend B, I found it at the mall near the city center. The staff were very helpful, and I had a great experience. To describe multiple items, use sequencing words. First, I bought a jacket. Then, I found a pair of shoes. Finally, I picked up some accessories. Notice connectors. First, then, finally. They organize your story clearly. To compare items. This dress was more affordable than the one I saw yesterday. The blue bag is slightly bigger than the black one. 4 feelings. I felt happy with my purchases. It was frustrating because the store was crowded, but the clothes were amazing. Tips. Use past simple for completed shopping actions. Add adjectives and intensifiers for emotion. Use sequencing words for clarity. Express likes and dislikes politely. With these strategies, learners can confidently share shopping experiences, describe items, and give opinions naturally, just like native speakers.